Here's how you're gonna lose your first 10 pounds and keep it off forever. What's up guys, if you guys are new here, my name is Roy Yamada and my goal is to help you get healthy and to make weight loss simple. I know from my own personal experience just how overwhelming all of this can be when you're first starting out. So if you want more content, if you want more help, make sure that you're subscribed. But let's just jump right on into it. The first one has to deal with your nutrition, and it's gonna be to start to cut out the highly processed foods and stick to whole natural foods. It's the foods that you'll find out in nature, right? You won't be finding no Doritos tree out in nature, so let's try to start minimizing these types of food and see how you feel. It'll definitely help you make this whole process a lot easier. It'll help keep you full and satisfied a lot longer. No one wants to go to bed with a growling stomach, so what exactly do I mean by whole natural foods? Let's kind of break those things down and go over a few examples. And the first one we're going to be talking about is protein. And protein is the building blocks of muscles and tissues. And from a weight loss perspective, remember that protein will help you keep full and satisfied with your meals with less food. And remember, the more full and satisfied we feel with our meals, the less likely we are to snack. And the next one I want to talk to you guys about is carbs. And I want you guys to understand this, is carbs are not evil, they will not make you fat. In fact, anything in excess will make you fat, not specifically carbs. Carbs are our body's preferred source of fuel, but something that I want you to understand is that all carbs are treated as sugar in the body. It doesn't matter if it's coming from cookies, chips, brown rice, pasta, oatmeal. All of it is broken down and treated as sugar in our bodies. So don't be afraid to include a serving or two into every meal. And by one serving, I mean 1 cup handful. You can use your hand as a good guide for that. And the next one is fats. And I want you guys to know another thing, and that's dietary fats from the food that we eat is totally different from the fats that are in our bodies. Just because they share the same name, it doesn't necessarily mean that fats that we eat turn straight into fats in our body. That's just not how it works. There are a lot of helpful benefits that fats provide us. It helps our hormones, particularly our sex hormones. It helps form our brain and nervous system and also our cell membranes. And the last thing to include into your nutrition is veggies. And from a more practical standpoint, the more that you fluff your meals with veggies and stuff, the more full you'll feel with your meal. And remember, this whole process is about making it as enjoyable as possible. Alright, that's an amazing start when it comes to your nutrition. Now let's talk about your activity. I want you to just start off by doing a 30-minute walk every single day. I'm not telling you to run, I'm not telling you to jog. All I'm saying is a walk. If you can't do 30 minutes, then just do what you can, even if it's just 5 to 10 minutes. The main thing is you start to get moving and start where you are currently in your fitness journey. Too often I see a lot of people jumping into intense programs and HIIT training and all of these things, and they haven't been doing anything for a few months, maybe even years. And with that, you might be able to stick with it for a week or two, but you feel tired, you can't keep up with it, and you eventually fall off. And then you stop working out, and then your diet just goes out the window, and then you fall back to where you started, and sometimes you're in a worse place than when you started. Plus, you blew your confidence because you told yourself that you would do this thing and you didn't follow through with it. So just start small, guys. That's why I love walking as a general recommendation, because most of us can do it, right? And it's scalable to your level of fitness and where you are currently. So again, start out as simple as possible. Don't overcomplicate things. Just do the walking, and when you're ready, I'll be posting videos of workouts you can do at home. Let's just get you in the habit of moving a little bit more. And it doesn't necessarily have to be walking if you absolutely hate that. If you love dancing, go ahead and dance. If you love ice skating or snowboarding or something, just find an activity that you enjoy doing and start to incorporate that into your life. And I'm curious, what's your favorite form of activity? Leave them in the comments. Alright, we got nutrition, we got activity. Now let's talk about something that a lot of people don't really consider when they're trying to lose weight, and that is your water intake. I want you to aim for getting half your body weight in ounces of water at minimum. Bonus points if you drink more than that. So for example, if you weigh 200 pounds, I want you to aim for 100 ounces of water per day. This is just a good habit to get into. And remember, us as humans are up to 60% water. And just a 2% drop in our hydration levels can cause symptoms like brain fog, mental fatigue, and other things. If you can't drink that much water now, that's totally fine. Like, work yourself up to it. If you can only drink a small portion of that now, that's okay. Just drink that, and then next week, increase it a little bit, until you reach your goal. And lastly, the one thing you can start working on today and immediately see the difference is sleep. I want you to get at least 7.5 hours of sleep. Good sleep is so important for our weight loss, but our health in general as well. Poor sleep hygiene affects our mood, our energy, and also increases our cravings. And even worse, just one poor night of sleep can make you as insulin resistant as a type 2 diabetic. So what does that mean? It means by not sleeping well, we're storing more fat from the carbohydrates that we're eating. And remember I said that poor sleep increases cravings? And let's be real, when you're craving things, it's not really chicken breast or broccoli, right? It's all of those carby foods. So when you eat them, you're going to be storing more fat from them. If you're currently not getting that amount and you're closer to 4 or 5 hours, remember, work your way up to it. So what would that look like? If you're currently getting something like 4 hours of sleep, for 1 week, just get 30 minutes more, and then the next week, 30 minutes more, and so on. So if you go to bed at 12 a.m. and then wake up at 4 a.m. for work, go to sleep at 11:30, and then the next week, maybe 11, next week, 10:30, just like that. So I know some of you guys are thinking, I just can't sleep. I try to go to bed and I'm just wide awake. Well, let's cover some things that you can actually do to improve your sleep quality. The first one is going to be to set a schedule and plan ahead of time so that you can get that certain amount of sleep. Our body loves being on a schedule, so if you can go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time relatively close, even on the weekends, you will have better quality sleep. Number 2 is to get at least 10 to 15 minutes of direct sunlight onto your body first thing in the morning. And if you can couple that with some light activity, like maybe going for a walk or doing some jumping jacks, something like that, that would greatly increase the benefit that you get from it. Number 3 would be to cut screen time 60 minutes before bed. And again, if that seems impossible to you, start with 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You already get it by now. And number 4 is to control the light. Our skin has photoreceptors that sense light, so any small amount can really disrupt our sleep. So make sure you're sleeping in a dark environment. Number 5 is to get active. Doing some type of activity, especially first thing in the morning, can help us fall asleep better and faster. And the last one is going to be to sleep in a cool environment. The optimal temperature is between 60 to 68 degrees Celsius. So turn on the AC, turn on the fan, sleep with a shirt off, anything to cool your body down. If you need more help and support with this, click the first link in the description to join my free private weight loss support group. In there, there's a community of people to help support you, to keep you accountable. I answer any questions that you have, any struggles that you have, and I also do live trainings every single Wednesday on different topics. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you got a lot of value out of this. Hopefully these steps, these actions were small enough for you to implement so that it can help you lose your first 10 pounds. I'll have a subscribe button up on the screen if you haven't subscribed already. And I have one question for you. What are you struggling with when it comes to weight loss? Leave your comment down below and we can have a chat. That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you in the next one.